David Chytraeus, de Ratione Discendi, episode 10. De distributione operardrum et studiordrum in tempora et hordras certas, ut labor discentibus imminuatur, et varietata quadam, quaetamen non absit studiis, animi subinde recreentur. De fine studiordrum, ut viatordres certum sibi oppidum velut metam et scopum habent propositum ad quem rectissima via contendunt et enituntur. Now Chytraeus gives us the fourth of the four items he will deal with in this work. Recall that the first one was the fine studiorum, the second one were the mediis studiorum, and the third was the ratione. That is, the goal or the end, the means, finally the plan, and fourth, the distributione. The distribution, we might say, or the apportionment of one's labors, operarum. So he will speak dicam, he said in the previous passage, I shall speak dicam concerning the apportioning of one's labors, operarum, and one's studies in tempora, into their times, et hordras certas, and into their fixed hours. In order that, this is a purpose clause, the task imminuatur might be lessened for those who are learning. The task might be diminished. And by a certain kind of variety, so some differences in one's studies, a variety which nevertheless does not obstruct one's studies, so there can't be too much variety, but there has to be some. The souls, their minds, animi, the minds of the students, might thereupon or thereby, subinde, be refreshed, recreentur. This is a third plural, present, subjunctive, passive, that this ut introduces. So we have imminuatur with ut and recreentur. Now then, he's going to deal with the first of these four, de fine studiorum, concerning the goal, the object, the target, the end of one's studies. Now this really here is an incomplete sentence. It's a fragment. There is an ut here, and it concludes with a seek. The remainder is in the next portion, which I did not have space to excerpt. And this is, after all, the 10th episode in the series. Nevertheless, I enjoyed this one quite a bit, so I will, at some point in the future, resume and reprise this portion. So then, concerning the goal of one's studies. In the same way that, ut, just as travelers, viatores, masculine plural, nominative, as travelers, a fixed town, a particular town to themselves, like a goal and a scopum, an objective, they hold as proposed. So that is the Latin word order. It's beautiful and precise. It is not very good in terms of English word order, of course, because they are different languages. So, in the same way that, ut viatores, travelers have as their proposed point, you might say, this is an adjective, a certain town that has been proposed to them like a goal and an objective, and that is the town toward which, ad quem, the quem here has as its antecedent scopum, because scopus is masculine, scopus, scopi masculine, and oppidum is neuter. Therefore, oppidum cannot be the antecedent of quem, as the goal and objective to which, or toward which, by a very straight path, rectissima via, they march, and upon which they strive, or toward which they strive, enituntur. This is the deponent verb enitor and niti, third conjugation. In the same way, seek, the passage continues, and we'll look at that on another occasion. This is a drawing of Philip Melanchthon, 1497 to 1560. He was David Chytraeus' teacher, and from him, no doubt, Chytraeus learned many of these things.